Hello everybody, welcome back to Collecting and Hobbies. Hopefully the lighting is good enough for this. If it's not, I guess I'll have to reshoot it. I'm in a different position than I normally am. I'm normally under a lamp, but I need a chair to sit over there or something, and they're being used right now. So like in my last video, I showed some of these figures, and today we're going to go ahead and start doing the reviews individually. And today we're going to do she's actually number, I think 6. Yeah, number 6. And this kind of packaging, The Force Awakens. I don't have the box with me at the moment. But yeah, you pretty much already know what she looks like. She comes in one of those boxes. And this is the figure outside of the box. And the first thing I noticed when I pulled this figure out was it had a huge scratch on it. And I thought it was actually extra paint, but like C3PO, and there's also a little bit up here. And there's some a little bit right there. Didn't even, wow. Yeah, and her thumb's not painted a whole bunch or all the way. But the way she was packaged, I don't think I could have noticed that. I actually was looking mainly at the head to see the perfect paint job for the head. So, I tried to rub that off. I thought it was extra paint, but evidently it's not. It's more like the silver is a wash that they put on there. And I guess so that means the figure's mold is black. I'm not really sure. All I know is it gets worse if I try to scratch it off. I don't know what that means. But I haven't figured out a way to get that off yet. There is something right there. I've never noticed that before. That's not on a First Order Stormtrooper. Not sure. Yeah, I don't think you could put anything in there. But on this side, one of her features, I guess you could call it, she has that where you can put the gun inside of there, just like on the First Order Stormtrooper, so she can carry it around. You just put that little slot right there into there, and yeah, you could do that, kind of like a holster. So the first thing like I said, the first thing I noticed actually was the paint. But another thing with the paint, the first scene that you see her in, there's a lot of lights going on the blasters. I don't see why it's so hard for them not to just put a red dot or a blue dot somewhere. They don't have to make it like clear plastic or anything where it shines through like they used to do back in the old days. They're actually not as cheap, I guess. But so hopefully that's a little better. This is a small chair, but at least it's something to sit in. Okay, so I can use my camera stand. So, I don't even remember what I was saying. I'll pause the video. So her cape is in a very pliable plastic, I guess you could say. It's very bendy. You can bend it pretty well. It's not real hard plastic. There's a lot of seems to be a lot of little glitches in the color. Yeah, there was actually some red paint there, I think. I tried to scratch it off, tried to wipe it off. But yeah, but there's a lot of detail, tons of detail in here. And to some extent, it kind of looks like kind of reminds me of a curtain I don't know. Kind of feels real. The fact that it's got all these uh, minor flaws in it, almost like it's realistic. And there's a lot of them on the inside too. Wow. I've never really noticed any of this stuff. That's where I'm superstitious, I think. It's like, if I don't pay attention to stuff, it seems like it gets 10 million times worse when I do a review on it just because I'm reviewing it. It's like a curse or something. But they did a good job, at least on this particular figure, with the helmet, the paint job there. The cape is painted, well. The stripe is good. The majority of the paint is pretty good, except for those couple of areas that I already showed you. There's a little bit of. I wish I could get this off of there, but I don't know. Wish I could figure out if you would think that this is actually gray plastic, but you can actually see some brush strokes now that I'm under the light. It does look like it's painted, but you think it would be molded that color. As far as articulation goes, she can pretty much. They have that newer joint now where the armor doesn't get blocked off and it goes inwards. When they designed this figure, though, it seems like they didn't do it too well. As far as, I don't know, it's like right here, you see the gun, or you see these joints, they go together pretty well, but like she holds her gun in the movie, most of the time, just like Boba Fett does, and it's, I don't know, I think you could probably do it. Her hand is not really designed. It's more like a gun holding hand, and so it would be take a little bit of effort here to really get that in there. Right? Hold on, let me try. There we go. I was trying it before by putting it in this hand and then doing it over here. It's a lot harder to do, but if you put the gun in, if you slide this part in through her hand on this side and then adjust it to, that's about, yeah, so she can kind of do it, you can pose her like that. And her gun also, like I was saying before, it fits in here. It doesn't go in real well, but it does go in. But it falls off relatively easy. It's not even as tight a fit as the First Order Stormtrooper. I got a couple other troopers here that they don't have it. The Flame Trooper doesn't have that, and neither does the TIE Pilot. But I put his little pistol in between his strap right there. And that's the same kind of pistol that the First Order Stormtrooper has. It's just black instead of white. So as far as articulation goes, she's got the same Black Series stuff. She's got the joint right here, the toes, which goes down pretty good. She's got that ankle rocker, and so she's got the swivel. Or is that the ankle rocker? I'm getting confused here. Yeah, that's just an ankle rocker. So that's 2 points of articulation. And then she's got the double jointed knees. And then they're very stiff too. And she's got the swivels at the thighs. Luckily, they both work, unlike the Sand Trooper I have. And she's got the ball jointed hips. There's no articulation at the waist, even though it looks like it. but she does have the ab crunch thing. You can bend a little bit and you can go back pretty good. Here's the back of her. It's like a regular stormtrooper, basically, first order stormtrooper. And she's got that same little design up there, the O, the circle, and the two notches. He's basically just a stormtrooper, just taller and silver, chrome, painted, whatever you want to call her. And then the cape is one piece. It's actually around the joint where her head's at, so you'd have to pop her head off to get it off. And trying to see if she has a neck swivel. Yes, she does. It's very hard to see, but so she also has the hinge and swivel, ball swivel, whatever you want to call it, ball joint at the elbows, and same thing at the shoulders and the wrists. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27 points of articulation for Captain Phasma. And she is kind of heavy, but I had her standing up before, so she does stand up. You just got to have her in the right pose, I guess. But that's really about it for Captain Phasma. At one time, we're going for hundreds of dollars. But nowadays, you can find her for retail, maybe even less on eBay if you're lucky. So that's about it for Captain Phasma. Because of all the paint issues, I have to give this figure probably about an 8. Just because it's got so many paint issues. And it's not exactly all chromed out like it was in the movie. So it's kind of dull looking. And I'm having a hard time standing her back up. There you go. So I give her about an 8 out of 10. That's about it. I'm moving on to the next one. See you next time.